Okay.
It's already being recorded. Okay, anyways.
Well, hey, here you go, Miss Kira. I'm sitting in the shadows today, over here in the shadow.
Here, better.
Anyway, yeah, coming to you live from Geneva Lake up in southeast Wisconsin. And over here, sitting on my left, is the beautiful Miss Kira on tap.
And to my right is Randy Weckerly.
How you all doing?
You know what I saw today driving to the office?
I have no idea. No.
I saw something falling from the trees.
A leaf repairman.
Yes.
He's repairing the leaves because they got some kind of sickness. I don't know.
I don't know, but it was awful.
Yeah, what Mrs. Kira is talking about is that the leaves are beginning to turn.
I don't ever want to be here when I see that.
One fun fact is that 120 days from now, Christmas. Yeah.
That means 113 days is my birthday.
So anyway, if Matthew is looking at this, what we need Matthew to do from the Darwin Brewing Company is to leave a little note, say hi, and the little thought bubble down there, and we'll bring you on air. We're going to be featuring today a great brewery from Bradenton, Florida, Darwin Brewing Company.
Yes.
And the reason that we're doing that, Miss Kira, is why?
Florida is open for business.
Yes, they are. And we are going in January. Going to go to the PGA show, and Bradenton, Florida is over in that Sarasota side.
I love Sarasota.
There are other things to do in Sarasota than, play golf.
Yes.
And
you know what? The beaches are white.
And Sarasota Beach is number one. The reason we're doing this campaign is letting people know that Florida is open for business.
Yes.
They've had a little problem on the beach with this red tide, the red bloom, and that'll be all cleaned up. But there are other things to do. Hey, there's Matt, and
bring him
in. And
he did good. He followed instructions.
Yes.
That is terrific. He'll be on here in a minute, and we're going to be coming from Bradenton, Miss Kira. I cannot wait.
I know.
Hi there.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hi. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Oh, that's okay. For someone, is it our phone? I think you're horizontal.
Oh yeah. Here, let me.
Yeah. There you go.
There. Here, I'm gonna move there.
Yeah.
Cool.
It should be split screen, but we're having some other issues here today, Matt. But anyway, are you on the road or are you at the brewery or?
Actually, I am. I'm kind of in a side room. Actually, by an account. So I guess I'm on the road, and I spend time doing sales most of the time. So it's quite often that I am, kind of living out of the car and all that fun stuff. So
I understand. Well, we really appreciate you taking time to tell us about the Darwin Brewing Company. It looks like a great place that we want to visit after the PGA show when we come down there in January. But it's part of our Florida is open for business campaign because we want people to know that while there's some little things going on down there in the beach, they'll all be cleaned up and ready to go. But before that ever happens, there's a lot of things to do in Florida, a lot of places to enjoy. And one of them is your brewing company. So tell us the story and the history and where you're located. You got a lot of great pictures up on your website and your Facebook page. It looks good.
Well, thank you. So just, I guess to be concise, we've been open since May of 2014 in Bradenton. We grew out of a restaurant in Sarasota, and we actually opened there in January of 2012. So we've been brewing for about 6 years now. Our tap room in Bradenton, we've got 14 taps. All of it is generally our stuff. We do guest taps from time to time. But our brewery and our whole concept kind of grew out of, great beer paired with great cuisine that highlights the culinary traditions of Florida as well as some parts of South America too. We actually originated out of a brew pub that was Peruvian influenced. So, so we're a little bit of everything. We kind of we take that those combined heritages and let them influence our the beers that we make and the ingredients that we use, and we still try to remain local when we can when it comes to our sourcing and everything like that when it comes to ingredients as well. So.
Yeah, through our investigation, thorough as it always is, we found out that you want to be a professional basketball player and travel South America. So I don't know if that professional basketball career, interfered with your brewery experience. But
yeah.
Were you a first-round draft choice in the brewing experience, or did you go in the later? In the later rounds I
think I went in the later rounds. I was a sleeper. The sleeper pick, I think, would be a great way to describe it.
Yeah, if people want to know what I'm looking at, you've got a great bio on there. I'll let them go into it. But I appreciate it that you wanted to explore all of South America. Have you been to South America?
No. So I've never been to South America myself, but it's definitely on my short list of things to do. We've got a little girl right now who she's our first, so she's about 2.5, and just kind of being involved in a family business and getting things up and running off the ground. It kind of throws a wrench into your travel schedule if you haven't tried it before. So
really.
But no, I mean South America is definitely on my short list. I'd love to travel through Peru and see the places like Machu Picchu and everything like that, but also maybe do some exploring on my own. I do have a great love for Peruvian cuisine, having just based on the origins of our business. So, but at the same time, I love living in Florida, and I love the influence that Florida culture and Florida cuisine has had on our stuff, on our beer, and you mentioned the fact that Florida is open for business. That concept is particularly important to us because we are located right by Anna Maria Island, which is right on the Gulf. Has, in my opinion, probably the most beautiful beaches in the world, at least the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to. And those are the people that we do business with every day. And they really do have a love for beer. They have a great love for local sustainability. And they've always supported us pretty intensely. They've really kind of extended their hands out to us from the very beginning. So it's important to get that message out, and we really appreciate the fact that that you're highlighting the fact that the beaches are open. I was just out there actually 2 nights ago. It was a beautiful dinner right on the beach.
You're making me jealous.
It was at a place called the Sandbar, which is on the very northern tip of Anna Maria Island, and it was like 75 degrees. The water was perfect. The red tides really improved a lot, and I think it's a little bit misleading sometimes, the coverage. I mean, when the red tide does come in, it's kind of just in patches. It's not all up and down the coast. So it's good to know that, and just know that the beaches are beautiful right now. So
well, here in Wisconsin, I've grown up, and my grandfather was a naturalist, and some of the lakes up here that we have a green bloom that comes every spring and summer. We're very used to those issues coming and going. Actually, if you do research into my liveecostyle.com, we actually are opening up after years of research, and this is what my company was formatted on, is giving people a self-certification for eco-minded certification. And what that means is, I'll send it down to you, is that it helps define, when you talk about indigenous and working with people and then, being self-sustaining and being within the community, that's what the certification is. All we're saying is just it's like about 92 questions, and it's in 6 areas we did a ton of research over 5 years. So we're not talking about global warming or anything. We're talking about community minded, and you'll get it, and we'll be opening that up. But it really helps define that the beaches are open, that there are other things to do, that you're working with the people that are locally supporting you, and that's extremely important. Well, all over that, now that we've talked about me, let's talk about you.
I want to know about your cuisine. So what kind of different cuisine? You said South American and Florida. What kind of cuisines are those?
Sure. So we, I guess just as a concept, so the restaurant that we actually grew out of closed its doors about 2 years ago. So we're beer only right now. But when you look at our products around the state, what we like to do is list our our preferred or our suggested pairings with each beer on the beer itself. So we have 5 beers really that are available year round at bars, restaurants, grocery stores. An awesome partner of ours is Lucky's Market, which is expanding pretty rapidly in Florida. And those beers so we've got a Pilsner. It's called Parada Pilsner. The great thing about Pilsners is they really go good with anything. You can have a great steak with them, a sandwich. They're light, they're crisp, they're cool. And so the Pilsner, if you don't know what to do, or you don't know what beer you have in mind for a certain course, Pilsners go great with anything. Just generally speaking, I guess I should say, beer pairings, you can't get them right or wrong. It's just all about what you like and what tastes well to you. Usually you're probably going for either like complementary flavors or contrast works well too. So we do have the Pilsner. We also have a tangerine wheat called Circa 1926. That beer, I think of like a nice glazed barbecue chicken, maybe, or even like whitefish. The cool thing about citrus I've found is it blends well with other citrus flavors. So if you have something, even like a fruit salad, anything that's kind of lightly acidic, Circa 1926 tangerine wheat probably will go pretty well with it. We also have an IPA. It's called Summer Days IPA. Let's see, 6% IPA. I love pesto with my IPAs. I don't know. So like if you stop off at a nice lunch spot and they've got like a chicken pesto sandwich, I'll go for an IPA with that. But ours is a pretty mild IPA. Let me get my email notifications off. I wish you could just turn those off sometimes.
You find out how to do that. You let us know, because we have this.
I know there's supposed to be an option for that, and I don't know. I just it's so troubling if you ever happen to be reading anything or talking to somebody on your phone. Yeah. Anyway, so talk about the IPA. Also, we do a milk stout as well. It's called Llama Mama Milk Stout. Yeah. So
I'll send you this Llama Mama for a month.
Llama Mama Milk Stout. Yep.
That's your new name, Miss Kira. I like that. That you need a Llama Mama.
No.
And then lastly, I should mention we do a year-round beer that's exclusive to Lucky's Market. It's called the Big Deal Lager. It's a Helles lager, so very light, very crisp, just great for warm weather, great for the beach, great for the boat, and you can only find that beer at Lucky's Market. So,
did you notice that he mentioned beach and boat?
Wish we could.
Now, what we want you to do, okay, is send us a list of the people that are in your area that have a beach and have a boat, and that go play golf. And I'll have we have a guy that we have one of our other associates will give you a call. And
okay.
We want to tie all of them together into your marketing, because what you're doing is giving them, this big free outreach. Because our golfers up in Wisconsin, the Midwest, we stretch all over. The Distillery channel goes all over the United States, now all over the world. But when the weather gets cold, the snowbirds begin to leave, and so they're looking at what we're doing. So we want to be very specific, in your area. But I was looking at, I'm going to call her the Llama Mama.
No,
Llama Mama, Lady Llama.
There you go. So you got Trivia League, and she's all about trivia.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I had a question for her.
Okay,
what is this pumpkin chocolate beer that I see on your website? I'm really curious. You gotta tell me more about it.
That is our chocolate pumpkin brown ale. So that is another Lucky's exclusive beer. It's a high gravity beer. It's about 8.1%. Real roasty brown ale with kind of some coffee notes, and then a big chocolate kick at the end. With a hint of pumpkin spice. It's a great fall beer, and it definitely is one you can share with somebody, being at 8% or so. So we've got those. We've got that available in bombers, 22-ounce bombers. You can find those at Lucky's Market and at our tap room as well in Bradenton.
Well, let me go through these events. What's the Trivia League? It looks like it's every Thursday night.
Trivia night, yep, pretty self-explanatory. We just pack the bar. We host an awesome game of trivia. We've got about 5 or 6 teams that have become pretty much like weekly attendees, and it's pretty competitive. I mean, I have a hard time hanging. I mean, my problem with trivia though is like I always wind up having a beer or two too many at the beginning. I have a hard time pacing myself. So by the time you get to the end, even if it's something that I should know or be good at, I've still kind of impeded myself a bit because I don't know how to. I still, after being in this industry for 5 years, I still don't know how to pace myself when it comes to drinking.
So
I guess that's what happens when you're on good beer, though, right?
Are these official trivia questions, or does somebody make them up, or how's that?
Yeah, we'll have different like categories every Thursday. It's hosted by a great local company here called Stevo Entertainment, and they've just done an awesome job, and it's one of the better nights of the week to be at the bar. There's definitely a lot of back and forth, and like I said, it gets pretty competitive, and we usually do beer specials too that night. So
one of the things I gotta ask here for the Llama Mama is that I love that. That's gonna hang on Miss Kira. She's known as Kira Untapped, and basically she's been on the road, well, not on the road, but for 10 years doing national photography for bands, large to big names to whatever. She's got about 1,000 of them that she's photographed.
Yeah,
wow.
Way too many.
So anyway, I was looking at
awesome.
Do you have music on the weekends or?
Yeah, we'll do local acts. We've just got kind of a small stage, right outside, and a nice little beer garden there. And we'll when we can, we'll feature local musicians, and every once in a while, if it's a special occasion, we'll have kind of more regional acts, and we really make a point to have great music at the brewery. It's usually Friday and Saturday nights. Starts usually around 7 or 8 o'clock.
It looks great. We really appreciate you spending time. So what we need you to do is every week just send the new Llama Mama some updates on the on what's going on. That's gonna hang on you. But we're gonna be down after the PGA show and just stopping in and having fun on the weekends and seeing what's going on. Bring our cameras and just we've got. This is about the 25th of these that we've done. I guess for now we're going to be interviewing some balloon fests that are down there, and guys.
But now I have a new nickname.
You got the new. Going to have a boat called the Llama Mama. That's just.
Yeah, the Llama Mama. There we go.
Well, we want to create this fun that we know it's fun. Sarasota, I've been to. I know the beaches are great, beautiful white. I think Sarasota, #1 beach in the world. I mean, I've been there and. My imprint's still on the beach. They tried to throw me back in the ocean at the time, but I avoided that. Yeah. But it's all about golf and sipping and all the other things that we're trying to just help create and exciting. Great. I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's really been a pleasure chatting with you both, and don't be strangers. Definitely look us up, and be happy to have some beers with you down here at Darwin Brewing Company.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have our marketing team call because we want to get the people that are supporting you and in your area, and get them in our magazine. Libations comes out every month. We've got 3 featured writers in Florida now that are looking for great stories to get in the magazine. It's very interactive, and we just want to support Florida. We thought we were going to do it for 3 months. But now we've changed actually the whole format of the magazine because I love Florida.
I love Florida too.
And you guys
live there. So.
The whole state has been great for us to be with. So I said, that white stuff is coming. We're going to exchange it for that white stuff on the beach. So
awesome. All right. I'm familiar with that white stuff too. I'm from Metro Detroit area and used to live in Chicago. So it's definitely been a nice change of scenery down here.
Yeah. Well, I've lived here all my life. But also being in the world of golf, we deal with a lot of the guys that are on TV in those companies and golf courses, and golf and sipping somehow fit. So
yeah, they do.
Who knew? So anyway, we really appreciate it. Have a great day. Be sure to call us anytime. Kira and I just have a ball doing these. So.
Yes.
Sounds great. It's been fun. All right. Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Bye, Matt.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers.